4 of half marathon training, so weeks are rapidly buzzing along. Time sight quicker than I'm running anyway. So yeah, Norwegian 4x4 training, so we're going to give that a go again today. I'm trying to choose a bit of a flatter route just so I can sort of gauge where my pace is at on because it was a bit sporadic last week. So yeah, feeling pretty good after last week. Nice little confidence boost just to feel quite strong on my runs. So yeah, bit of a race against daylight, so I won't film a huge amount of this session, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. Right, that's that done. I'm just in my 1k cool down now. I felt really strong there, felt wicked. They were all around. I was trying to keep it under the 5k mark sort of pace. A couple of them just crept over. I'll put my stats here so you can see what I did. The other thing I tried to do from after last week was try and do jogging recovery. So bar after the third lot of 4 minutes where I got a hideous stitch sort of in my ribs and up my shoulder blade, I couldn't I had to just sort of walk and stretch it off for about 10 seconds. But yeah, trying to get comfortable at this sort of easy pace, allow myself to recover. Yeah, just trying to build that base a little bit. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Spicy, don't get me wrong, like running along broad lane into a headwind for the first 3k, so the first sort of 2 reps was pretty spicy into a relatively strong headwind. So yeah, but yeah, feeling in a good place now. So good way to start the week. Club night tomorrow, so I'll have a bit of a debrief after that, and then long run at some point over the weekend. So yeah, strong start. Let's try and put some strength and conditioning in there as well, and we'll see how we get on. Right, run number 3. So as usual, didn't film my second run just because it was a club night. I was leading one of the groups, so nice easy sort of ploddy 5 miles. So I'll put a bit of a photo with my stats up here. But yeah, felt really good. Sort of, I think my time was a bit sort of evenly split between zone 2 and zone 3. So a bit more of zone 3 in the second half. That's just because I'll put the elevation profile up. So essentially it was downhill first half, uphill second half. So yeah, heart rate naturally crept up a little bit, but such is life. Felt at a nice steady pace, so yeah, always good. No strength and conditioning yet this week. I've kind of got out the routine of it, to be honest, just with life and other stuff. I've had a plumb around a couple of nights this week because our shower's leaking into our kitchen. So he had to come around when I normally would have run on a Monday, which then pushed my Monday run to Tuesday when I would have done S&C. Led club Wednesday. I was then coaching football Thursday. So yeah, it's just one of those. So here I am on my 3rd run, and starting to slowly trying to eke up the mileage. I think the general rule of thumb is no more sort of than 10% a week. So I've got 12k planned for today. Just going to take it nice and steady, nice and chill. See how I get in the middle half of it, and then I might put some target sort of half marathon pace on. But to be honest, I just want to complete Stratford. If I can sneak under 2 hours, I'll be really happy. I seem to have a thing at the minute, I don't know if anybody else is the same. If I run relatively fast, I'm one of those, I can't run after eating, so I need to make sure I'm fully digested. like comfortably, like a couple of hours, 3 hours. But then I get to the point where if I leave it too long and I'm then hungry, I basically get really bloated and yeah, basically run around like feeling like I've got a massive balloon in my stomach and basically fart my arse off. So yeah, bit irritating, but it's sort of, but I'm burping at the minute, so I think it's just empty stomach with a bit of panic hydration thrown in, so it's just one of those. So I'm gonna take this nice and easy. This is actually my longest run since Manchester Marathon, so I don't typically, unless I'm training for anything, I don't typically do longer than 10k, just because of time availability, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, my runs are typically between 5k and 10k, which I think is probably true for most people. It's really easy to get caught up with, sorry, I keep thinking of things and I can't think while I'm running, so that's why it's a bit stop start. But hey, we're not racing, we're just plodding, so I'm on feet. I'm gonna get this 10k, this 12k done, bit of running, bit of walking. Thank you. I forgot what I was saying now. Yeah, that's it. It's easy to get influenced and sort of comparison be the thief of joy, or you see people sort of glamorizing grinding constantly for no real reason on I'm not on TikTok, but I use over 30s TikTok, so Instagram Reels. I've not quite reached over 50s TikTok, which is Facebook Reels, but yeah, these people just seem to be doing way more mileage than they really need for, like, if you're just trying to stay fit, be in decent shape, like, you can run, try and keep your steps up, sort of be relatively active, 8 to 10,000 steps a day if you can. If you run 3 steady 5k's a week, you're going to be pretty healthy, pretty fit for what you're going to need to do in life. But yeah, it's the nature of running. You've always got a stopwatch like telling you how you're doing. So yeah, it's just one of those. So trying to not get drawn into that. Yeah, so we'll see how we get on, and we'll just bit of plodding. So right, I'll put this away, because to be honest my arms are going dead because I've forgotten my selfie sticks. It's literally holding my GoPro out up above my head and my arms are going to sleep. So right, enough waffle, let's get plodding. Right, 9k in, bobbing along quite nicely. Legs are starting to get a little bit tired, but nothing major. Just walking up the hill for over Tile Hill Station, and thought, let's finish the week with Dave's dad joke. So my wife doesn't particularly like it. She gets really annoyed when I get a drinks order wrong and don't make it correctly. So last night I poured her a glass of red wine and accidentally spilled some fruit juice in it. She was sangrier than I've ever seen her. Level, we got to maintain it. If you've got any other Dave dad jokes that, like, stupider the better, drop them down below or message me on Instagram, and I'll give you a shout out if I use it in any of my next weekly vlogs. So yeah, just got 2.5k to go, feeling really good, just plod along. I've been like quite comfortably under 6 minute a k, so yeah, I'm really happy with that, you know, excluding this bit of waffle and running up the hill. But yeah, I've been sort of yeah, sort of 5:45s, even a little bit lower on some of the flatter sections. So yeah, it's I feel in a good place at the minute. I just need to get the stamina going, build up, and get back on the S&C and the mobility stuff, because I have joined 2026 Ultimate Boss work from home. I've got a stand-up desk, which has been wicked. So like just periodically for a couple of hours just stood up working rather than being sat down. But this will help my hips feel a little bit more useful. So yeah, right, I'll plod this last 2.5k and then we'll have a weekly debrief. Right, that's 12k done. Felt pretty good. Legs tiring a little bit towards the end, but that's to be expected. I didn't take any fuel or water with me mid-run, so yeah, it was an hour and 14 minutes for me, so a reasonably long time to be running without any top up. So but yeah, felt pretty good, and to the point where my final k, I sort of thought, oh, you know, it's only a k to go. You know, mentally you can kind of dig in because you kind of know what's coming. So yeah, 5:23 final k, so managed to just open the legs out a little bit, and yeah, I wasn't going all out, but just trying to get comfortable running at that speed without, you know, my breathing going to pot, my form going to pot, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, feeling in a pretty good place. Three decent runs this week, an easy run, a long run, and my sort of threshold Norwegian 4x4 training. So yeah, feeling in a good place. 7 weeks today is race day, so I'm already up to 12k, so it means I should be able to get quite a few weeks in now at just sucking up the volume, trying to go up to sort of 10, 11 miles. I don't think I'll go further than that during training, but we'll see how we feel. If I've got time in my schedule at whatever point in a few weeks and think, you know what, let's just get a half in your legs so you know you can do it, then I might give that a go. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next week.